Greetings once again, and welcome to my new calculus channel. My name is John Gabriel. So, in lesson 7, we're going to look at the definition of a fraction, what it means, and also the problems with modern Greek terminology, because really it was the ancient Greeks who came up with this theory. They discovered this theory. They didn't invent it, they discovered it. And somehow the knowledge that I revealed to you in the last 6 lessons was lost. In other words, there was no continuity in the teaching of fractions from geometry. Okay, numbers, in other words. How did we get numbers? That's the whole idea of learning the correct way. And I've spent time explaining to you what it means to measure, and I gave you examples also with division and multiplication, which are both measures, the same kind of measures, just using a different unit. In other words, division uses the entire unit, and multiplication also uses the entire unit, but it takes the reciprocal, okay, of the unit, of whatever it is being divided by. So, and we can measure in many different ways, right? So, for example, let's do this. If we had to say, again, I'm going to stick to this 20 divided by story, okay? So if we say 20 divided by something, let's say again 6, that's equal to 3 plus 2 equal parts of 6, right? Like that. But that's just one way we can measure 20. We could say 20 can be measured this way. How about 10 plus 4 plus 6? Okay, that's a division there. Sure it is, because 20 is equal to 10 plus 4 plus 6. It's a measure, okay? There are many ways to measure 20, innumerably many ways, all right? So that's the gist of measure in a nutshell. But the purpose of this video is to correct modern misunderstandings that prevailed in the teachings of mathematics, not only in Greece, but in the whole world, and more specifically to point out the errors of modern mathematics academics who've really never understood mathematics or the meaning of number. So the aim is to enable them to teach future generations in the proper way, okay? And in the case of Greeks, as their glorious ancestors once did. So modern Greeks do not fully understand the concept of number, and by extension that of fraction, because all numbers are fractions and vice versa. What does fraction mean? Okay, in modern Greek mathematical terminology, the terms numerator and denominator are used to denote the numerator and denominator respectively. However, these names are both etymologically and conceptually incorrect. Okay, the word numerator, which is sometimes used interchangeably with the term arithmetis, actually means a counter or measure of magnitude, and is derived from arithmos, which means number, okay, or a measure or a measurement. In contrast, the numerator from name means one who names, not one who measures, while denominator literally means co-namer, and these conceal the real mathematical function of the denominator to indicate the number of equal parts into which the unit is divided. So for example, in any ratio PR, P is called the antecedent and R the consequent. Okay, and of course, when we get to number, we're actually naming both of them in terms of the same equal part. Okay, so for example, consider 3 over 4, which is the name given to a number, and it expresses the measure of a ratio of magnitudes, in which the consequent magnitude of the unit ratio is divided into 4 equal parts, and the antecedent consists of 3 of these parts. So both of them are measures, both the top and the bottom of the fraction are numbers. And we saw how to derive that in lesson 3, okay, where we did the theory on counting. Natural numbers are also fractions. So a fraction like 3 over 4 is just a special kind of fraction, one which they might have called a compound fraction in the 16th and 17th century. In this case, the magnitude refers to the length of a line segment as the ancient Greeks used it. So, what was the ancient Greek conception? Well, their conception of a number was as a measurable relation. It was completely incompatible with modern misnomers. Okay, so for example, the English terms numerator and denominator derived from the Latin. I'm really struggling with my eye, by the way. Derived from the Latin numerare, to count, and denominator, to name by number. These are more accurately capturing the nature of fractional measure, and they retain the semantic position better than that of the modern Greek definitions. Ancient Greeks never used terms like numerator and denominator. So I would propose that instead of using numerator and denominator, we use more meaningful terms like measurer for the numerator and measured for the denominator, because what we do is we break up the denominator into equal parts, and then we enumerate those using the numerator. So in the beginning, it's a little opposite to that, because we're using the consequent to measure the antecedent. Okay, so when we get to number and we're using the abstract unit, all that we're doing is we're naming those parts so that we can form a number. Those parts of a ratio, the magnitude, ratio of magnitude, or ratio of line segments. So the word number should remain as it is, since it is consistent with its use in the ancient Greek, the word arithmos. Where does the confusion and chaos come from? So this here is a ratio as we've seen, okay? Now, the teaching of fundamental mathematics in modern Greek education is really flawed. I've observed them write the division of numbers as 3:2 instead of the correct way, 3 divided by 2. Now 3:2 is a numeric ratio, not a number. Okay? Numeric ratio, very different to a number. It uses numbers to describe its parts, but it's not a number in the strict sense. So the numeric ratio results from a ratio of magnitudes, where magnitude is not a number, but simply the concept of size, dimension, or extent. So number results from the measure of the above ratio of line segments. So what number do we get when we measure this? We get 2 for the denominator and 3 for the numerator. That means we get the number 3/2. Okay? So number results from the measure of the above ratio of line segments. Okay? And since a ratio of magnitudes possesses the property of quotientness, we can, after defining names for special fractions such as 1, 2, 3, etc., as you saw in lesson 3, assign a name or an arithmos to the measure of a ratio, such as this one here, which is 3/2, 3/2, not 3:2. Okay, so that's very confusing to students when they see it for the first time, and then they're confronted with difficult problems on ratio and proportion. Very confusing. Very, very, very confusing. So ratios such as diagonal of a square to the side of a square have no measure because they don't have quotients. You can't take a ratio that is the diagonal of a square and the side of a square and measure it by equal parts. Okay. Although in geometry the measure is fixed, a real measure using the abstract unit in algebra is not possible. So what we do there is we do approximation. We divide it into the denominator into more and more equal parts, and we get a more refined measure each time, right? So the type and size of the abstract unit are irrelevant, and they do not affect the nature of the ratio. So the ancient Greeks did not use these incorrect modern Greek terms like onomastis and paranomastis. Those two terms are confusing. Their clarity of thought, the ancient Greeks, was unparalleled, without precedent or successor, pardon the pun, as you find in that garbage of piano axioms. It is unfortunate that there are many modern Greek academics who should never have been allowed to teach, never mind to step into a classroom. So, in 7 lessons, I've completed the theory of fractions. In the final lesson, I'll just give you some useful tips on how to work with the 4 basic operations in algebra. In other words, mixed fractions as you encounter them, improper fractions, proper fractions, the entire garbage lot that is thrown at you in the mainstream mathematics teaching approach. If you're not already a subscriber, become a subscriber to my channel, click like and follow me on Academia.edu. And so that's pretty much it. If you have questions, put them in the comment section. Eye is really hurting right now, so I'm going to stop. Till next time.